friends. So I just wanted to come to you today to talk about a really cool book that I found at the library. You know me, I love books and I love recommending books to you because I think they're a fantastic way for kids to learn and to grasp big ideas and to make connections. And so it's really fun when I come across a book that I think is going to work really well for my family. And so I want to pass that on to you so you can have that as well. This book is called, sorry, somebody just came in. This book is called The World Jesus Knew, A Curious Kid's Guide to Life in the First Century. So this book is fantastic, and I've had about a few minutes to look at it. But what it does is that it puts Jesus in his culture. So in the cultural context of how he lived, what he ate, what he drank, how he read the Bible, what the culture was like back then. And not necessarily just the culture, but like the surrounding areas as well. So if you guys can see, so like things about government is in there, how government works, also really interesting things about society, where he grew up, more about the Jewish people, who they were, who got along, who didn't get along, and we know so much about that. Also, let's see, there's and the illustrations are just really well done as well. So what grew there? Oh my gosh, what did it look like? The types of food, I cannot figure this out. There we go. The types of foods that he ate. There's a lot more in here that I really want to show you. What did the homes look like? Home life, there we go. There we go. Home life, talking about the building materials, what people wore. That's pretty cool, huh? And then other things like fishing on the Sea of Galilee. The Sea of Galilee is mentioned so many times in the New Testament. So this really gives the kids to make these connections about these facts about the Sea of Galilee and maybe help them understand what was happening in the context of those passages. The vineyard. Jesus also talks a lot about a vineyard. And Jesus did this a lot. He uses... So, okay, why is this important then? Jesus used a lot of cultural references to make connections to his audience. And so I think when we learn more about the culture that he lived in, and also the type of Bible that he read, because he did read the Bible, he read the Torah, we can learn more about what he was actually trying to say. So having the kids understand the culture of his time is really instrumental to being able to help them learn more about those things that Jesus said, as I just said before. Agriculture, what was it like there? And even if they don't make connections, just learning all this is just history too. Learning about how people live, the Jewish calendar. I am not familiar with the Jewish calendar at all, so I am learning so many interesting things. Here we go. Bible that Jesus knew. What did he read? Because he does repeat things in the New Testament. He does repeat it. And if you don't understand the Torah or what's in there, it's really, really easy to get lost. This was another one I thought was really interesting. The crucifixion. Here we go. And the types of, I did not even know that there were different types of crosses that were used to crucify people. Talks about different types of illnesses, the medicines that they used. It's just really interesting. It gives us some things. I think there's there's some New Testament references in here too. Like, where can we find these things? And so this is just like a really, really excellent book. I think that everybody should have it in their library. If you're a Christian, even if you're not a Christian. But also I think it really touches on the humanity of Jesus, that remembering that Jesus was a human. He walked, he talked, he took a bath, he ate, he visited with people. He was fully human as much as he was fully God. And so when we know that, I think we can begin to see Jesus in a little bit of a different light, and help us understand that he does sympathize with us and he understands what it's like to be human because he lived it. He was in a culture. And so, yeah. Oh, sorry. So I think this book is really, really interesting. And I think that your kids, and I know that I'm going to learn a lot from it as well. So really, really cool. I hope you guys get a chance to check it out. Thanks.